Hello and welcome to the So Here For It podcast. I am your host, Amy Mingin, and I'm so excited to bring you all things light and circadian biology today. Oh my goodness, I'm really into this topic at the moment. I'm going to put my red lens glasses on for it because this is what it's all about. This is what I'm here for right now. Before I started stepping into the world of quantum, I asked the universe to show me more things that wanted to be included in the training, and this is one of them. So I will preface this that I'm not claiming to be an expert in this area. I'm claiming to open your mind and also give you some really incredible things to work on that are actually free, that will improve your health out of sight and also help improve your energetic frequency. Because this is what I love about quantum. It applies to the body. I feel that our bodies are so innately magical. Magical is the word. Our bodies are magical. Like, if you just consider how intricately linked our bodies are with our environment and how we are influenced by our environment and how we influence our environment and how our thoughts and beliefs and behaviors influence us and everything that we do and everything that we say and all the things that we consume all influence us. And our bodies are a product of all of that, right? So for how healthy our bodies are will be how healthy we perceive our environments to be in and also ourselves. Now, I want to talk about light. I want to talk about the deficiency of light that happens with a whole lot of people and where I feel that this is a missing link to a lot of people's health. And quite possibly, this is going to change your life just by listening to this podcast today. So if you're in the position to be able to take notes, I highly suggest that you do. I am going to give you all the different things that I know so far. Even science doesn't really have all of the answers right now. I'm just going to also say that I'm going by what some of the experts in this area talk about. So Dr. Jack Kruse, he is incredible. He's doing a lot of incredible work in this area. There's some professors over in the UK that are doing really great work in this area. And there's also a guy, Dr. Max Gulhane, down in Victoria that's doing some really great work with this as well. And there's another lady, if you want to look her up, super busy human or something like that, is her Instagram. They all talk into this. And if you're a health professional, if you're a coach, if you're someone who has health as their niche, or even if you just really want to live your best life through the lens of health, my suggestion is applying these things to your life because they are life-changing. And if you love to have lots of energy, you're welcome, because I'm about to give you the secret keys to the kingdom as far as energy is concerned. So some of you might already know that you feel really good when you go outside. You feel really good if you exercise outside, for example. But do you know why? Like, yes, I've talked about dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. Yes, your neurotransmitters change. Yes, you breathe deeper. Yes, you're going to oxygenate your cells. But do you know what the environment actually provides you with? Like, if we're exercising outside and we're specifically talking about light, the most important light of the day is the light that you get in your eyeballs first thing in the morning. And I have been saying this for years. And now I have a deeper depth of understanding about how it fits in a quantum biology way. Because if you are getting outside first thing in the morning, you're able to stand on the grass, you're able to take in your surroundings. There's something extremely calming about that. Do you want to know why? It's because the ground naturally balances our electrical activity inside our bodies. The sun naturally, through the infrared light and through the UV light, so ultraviolet, violet being the highest frequency, the ultraviolet light goes into our cells, every single cell of the body, via the skin, via the eyes, and it activates us. It actually refills our cells with cellular energy. And about 70% of our energy for our cells is required in this way per day. So I want you to have a little audit of your life and be like, all right, how much do I actually get outside every single morning? Because some people just don't. And maybe it's time that you did. Because if you can get outside first thing in the morning, like think about how good you feel if you walk on the beach or if you walk through nature, particularly if you can do this with your shoes off, this works really, really well. And if you haven't yet taken your shoes off, it's winter here in the Southern Hemisphere. I get it. It's cold on your feet, but you can easily go and put some socks on afterwards, or you can go and put your shoes on afterwards. Put up with a little bit of discomfort, because this is going to be one of those keys that will help you feel so much better throughout your life. Take regular grounding breaks throughout the day. So it's that amount of sunshine that you can get first thing in the morning. Also, to preface this, because I know that someone's going to say it, but what if there's no sun out that day? You still get the UV light, you still get the infrared light, a little bit less, granted, but you still get it if you're outside. You get a lot more if you're outside compared to if you're inside. The glass that is inside our houses and our cars, it blocks out the UV rays by about 80%. And I mean, this is a good thing, right? You don't want to just get sunburnt while you're sitting in your car driving to work, but also put your window down and let the sunshine get on your skin. If that's the only sun that you're going to get in that day, get the sun on your skin. Now, this is going to go against a whole lot of the slip, slop, slap stuff, and for good reason, because this actually helps with your cellular energy. If your energy is filled up each day from the sun, from the earth, your electromagnetic field, which is naturally and can be actually tested, your electromagnetic frequency will raise. Now, this is going to tweak someone who is in the spiritual community. I wonder why we feel so good when we're somewhat barefoot hippies out in the bush. There's something to it, right? It raises our vibration, it raises our frequency, but in a scientific way, it's actually us being in our true nature. Like I said in the beginning, 70% of our cellular energy comes from nature, and that's a potential. Now think about it this way. Now this is how it all folds into your life. If you're somebody who craves carbs, craves sugars, craves more stimulants in your day, granted, you will benefit massively by getting more sunshine, getting more fresh air, and standing on the ground. Because what this is saying, anyone who is craving more energy, anyone who's aiming towards the stimulants or the sugars or the carbs more than usual, your body just needs to regulate its electrons. Your body needs to regulate its cellular activity. Get more sunshine on your skin. Get more infrared light, get more UV light, and do it before those intense times, do it before 11 a.m. if you're in Australia. Do it after the 2 to 3 p.m. as well. If you can get those 2 times during the day, and my suggestion is going walking or going running or playing outside with your kids or your friends, that would be incredible. This is actually what builds a really, really healthy, strong immune system. This is what builds really great mental health. This is what builds really great energy within every single cell of our body, and it makes you less needy for food. So people think that the whole obesity epidemic is just from having too much processed food. It's also this. It's by not getting enough sunlight. It's by having an indoors lifestyle. It's by always covering up when you go out in the sun. It's by always having to wear a hat and sunscreen and sunglasses. If you took all those things off and you literally let yourself have 10 minutes every single morning and you're not burning your skin, you're actually filling up your cells, your life is going to improve in as far way as your energy, your frequency, and also the way that you crave, the way that your hormones are expressed, and also the way that your actual genetic expression is expressed. So this actually affects every single cell of your body. If you're someone who has pain in their situation, if you're somebody who has inflammation going on in your body in any shape or any way, this is what you need. More than a painkiller, more than diet and lifestyle, even though they're super important. I want you to fix up your light, your circadian rhythm, your sleep-wake cycle, because this is actually key. If more people knew about this, there would be more well people in this world. That is why I'm sharing it. So I'm going to take it further because this is one of the really interesting things about it. So you know how I said before about you can measure someone's electrons, right? So a lot of women are the leaders of health inside their house, inside their community, right? The woman takes charge a lot of the time because she wants to feel better. She wants to be able to perform better. She wants to have a better life and feel great. Women are more likely to seek help for their health. This is a given fact. Now, I want you to consider a woman becoming a little more empowered and finding out about this and going, oh, okay, well, I will get outside more often. I'm going to train outside. I'm going to take my lunch break outside. I'm going to go for a walk at sunset. I'm going to get all those beautiful sun rays on my face each day, just a little bit. It's not going to be like this super harsh sun that would burn me. It's just enough to get the access to the sun each day. Her electromagnetic frequency changes. She becomes a higher vibration. Now think about it. If her partner, let's call him Fred. Let's say Fred works indoors all day. Fred plays video games all day. Fred doesn't eat healthy. Fred's electron potential, his electromagnetic frequency is pretty low because he's not getting out, right? And so she starts to be a bit like, Fred's getting on my nerves. Her frequency is rising. She expects him to rise and he's not rising. This, my friends, is what I believe is happening with a lot of couples, particularly women who are becoming more empowered with their health. Their electromagnetic frequency changes, particularly if they're doing this circadian rhythm changes. And then their partners are having this like, what the heck? Why is she changing so fast? Why is she doing all this stuff? If he doesn't choose, if the partner does not choose to go with her, she will have a problem with it. Now, there's something very, very interesting here. I think that if you put this into any sort of category inside life, like this is relationships, this is business, this is getting along with friends, this is being a great parent, this is doing really well in your chosen hobby or sport, whatever this is, you have such a higher potential that you can step into compared to where you currently are if you are not getting outside enough. Like just this one thing that you change in your life is going to potentially change everything. Now, I'll add a caveat to this. There are going to be some people who listen to this who aren't in Australia, who maybe live in the UK, who maybe live in one of those places in Scandinavia or something where half the year is all sunshine and half the year is all darkness. Look, there's ways and means around this. Now, if you're not able to get sunshine, if you're not able to ground yourself and get some bare feet on the earth every day, it's okay. It's not the end of the world because there's things called red lights. And there's been a lot of studies done into red lights. You can find ones that are more specific to your soft tissue, more specific to skin, more specific to different levels of inflammation, lots of different things, right? But there's specific ones that are made that are to create a similar environment to the sunshine. So I suggest going for the ones that are somewhat, so there's something between 720 nanometers or nm and 850 nanometers. You'll see that as like the claim on the red light. So there's some that you can buy that are panels, some that are just small little boxes, some that are like look like a little lamp. Whatever it is, the more red light that you can utilize if you're in one of those atmospheres where you're not able to get outside, the better. It's going to emulate the sun. It's going to be better than only having blue light. Because here's the thing about blue light is very detrimental to health. Now, a lot of people are having like blue blocking glasses. A lot of people are really aware of that. But this takes it to a whole new level. Like it's really, really important to get this, that your cellular health is reliant upon the red light, not just blocking blue light. You block the blue light, but you're in like this level of neutral. You want to actually recharge the cells by having the red light, by having those specific levels of red light. So it gives you the infrared. That's the most important thing. And specifically, so for those of you who are interested in the science, what it does, even if you just did one patch on your back, like a little patch that's like the size of your mobile phone, even if you did that for 3 minutes, this is the study that I listened to. that amount for 3 minutes was enough to recharge the mitochondrial activity inside the cells, which is our powerhouses of the cells, which create ATP, which give us energy. 3 minutes on the back was enough to last 5 days. So yes, I'm saying go outside because that's the easiest possible way to do it. But if that's not possible to you, then get a red light. Also, I am wearing red lens glasses. And I wear these when I'm doing lots of computer work. I wear these if I have to be on my phone for long periods of time. I also wear them in the evening if I'm watching TV. Because what do? They block the blue light, but also they enhance the red light that goes into my body. Again, it's helping to calm the nervous system. It's helping with mitochondrial function and that circadian rhythm that's happening in the background. So the circadian rhythm is the sleep-wake cycle, but it also has a huge effect on our appetite, a huge effect on our libido, our hormones, a very important hormone called leptin, which has the most positive effect on our blood glucose and our insulin levels, which then feeds into our female hormones. So if you've got any of those hormonal things that are going on, thyroid issues or anything like that, adrenal issues, you probably have a problem with leptin, which means you probably need to get the red light thing happening sooner rather than later. So this is a really, really incredible topic, and it's called quantum biology. You can start looking it up, but I've given you all of the basics today. And it's more so why you need to do it. It's not a, if this feels nice, then do it. It's a, this is a non-negotiable. This gets to be a non-negotiable in your life, that we only get 30% of our electrons from our food, that the other 70% comes from our environment. You want to make sure that you're getting out in nature every day. And like I said, get the red light, get the red lens glasses, get the blue blocker glasses, get the red light, enhance these effects. This isn't just biohacking. This is actually your quantum biology. Now, this is just also what science has studied so far. I would say that this goes well beyond, because this gives us access to so much more energy. And energy is a frequency, right? So when you change your frequency, the way you show up in your life changes, the way that you behave, the way that you are responding to your life, the way that you speak to people, all of those things will change. So this is not just a pure energy in, energy out style thing. This is not like this will change how much willpower you have or how much motivation you have. Yeah, it probably will, but it's so much more than that. So I want you to really take this in as some of the best things that you'll ever do for yourself. And also it's free. Apart from the red light, they're a couple of $100. But like, for real, these things are so easy for you to come by, and they're so easy for you to implement. And now you have a really great reason in order to do it for yourself, for your family, and also your partners. So go with it. Can you tag me when you're on social media as well, when you share what you're doing with your red light or when you're going outside, at Amy Mingin on Instagram? Because this stuff needs to get out there to the masses. Like, I have a really big mission that more people become empowered with their health. And this is one of those really big steps forward. So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next episode.